Good afternoon, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's had a great bank holiday Monday so far. It's time for another instalment of Bitesize Leeds, all the latest goings on in the wonderful world of Leeds United Football Club. So just before we get into it, as always, please smash that like button. As always, it really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new as well. Really want to hit 3K as soon as possible. That would be very much appreciated. Hit the notification bell so that you're always aware of when I'm uploading and going live. And of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I read every single comment, so make sure that you get your thoughts in. So obviously Phil here has dropped some exclusives for us earlier on X. Where he's obviously speaking about Leeds United's current transfer targets. The window ends in about 4 or 5 days. So it's imperative now that Leeds United really get to work, as we are literally days away from the window closing. I'll be honest, I really can't wait for this transfer window to close. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, from nothing happening to all of a sudden everything's happening, and you can't really keep your eyes off Leeds United at the moment. So where shall we start then? Let's start with Glenn Kamara. So there's numerous reports regarding Glenn Kamara that the deal is all but done, and it should be announced imminently. Fee in the region of £5 million from Rangers, another midfielder in the ranks. As I've said on the last night, which if you haven't already, go and check that out. Glenn Kamara, I think, will be a really good addition to our squad. Not just because I think he'll complement Ethan Ampadu really well, but also the fact that Archie Gray's development will be aided a lot better now. In that Archie Gray can be used as a rotation option to obviously help with his experience in this league. Obviously, the caveat to that is that Archie Gray has been playing well enough to be in the starting 11, which I completely agree with. But the lad is only 17 and you can't rely on him throughout a full season in the Championship. You just can't. I think he'll probably play it against Salford tomorrow night. But if we can get Glenn Kamara in time for Sheff Wednesday, I would expect Kamara to start alongside Ampadu against Sheff Wednesday. So keep your eyes peeled on that one, guys. Glenn Kamara, imminent incoming as soon as possible. Joseph Paintsil then. Now, this one is rather confusing and I don't really know what to believe on it. It was reported, first of all, this morning that Paintsil had basically turned down Leeds United and that he would be staying at Genk, which reading it for the first time, I was a little bit gutted, but then I realised, well, and obviously it is a big if now because I am quite worried about this situation now, but if Luis Sinisterra is to leave the club, then I would be worried about not getting Paintsil. But if we can keep Cine, then for me, I'm not really bothered. But now it's coming out that apparently a fee has been agreed with Genk now. Personal terms have been agreed. So the player wants the move apparently now. But the thing that's holding it up is something to do with a loyalty payment. Now, I'm not sure on the full ins and outs of that, whether it's Paintsil owing Genk it or Genk owing him it. All I know is that the player and the agent are in negotiations with Genk about sorting that out. So do I expect that to happen? Again, I'm not 100% sure until we get the here we go from Romano, or if we get an update from Phil here, then I'm not really going to believe it because there's loads of outlets reporting different things regarding Joseph Paintsil at the minute. As I say, if he comes in, great. But the main thing for me is that we keep hold of Luis Sinisterra. However, I do expect Premier League teams around Europe to really test Leeds United's resolve on Luis Sinisterra. But at least if he does stay, it seems like he's fully invested in helping Leeds United should he stay at the club. Moving on to the fullback situation, then obviously Leeds United are very much in the market for fullbacks, and so they should be after Cody Drame's dreadful cameo appearance against Ipswich at the weekend. Luke Ayling for me is not the one at right back either, and we don't really have a proper left back. Byram's been playing well there, but obviously he'll be sidelined for quite some time now, I imagine, with that abductor strain or abductor strain, however you pronounce the word. Basically, he has got an injury. So then, fullbacks that Leeds United are linked with. Leeds have approached Tottenham Hotspur about potentially signing Jed Spence on a season-long loan. That has been confirmed by Phil Hay earlier on. That for me would be an amazing signing at right back. Don't get me wrong. Do I think we could sign him on a permanent deal afterwards? Probably not. I think Spurs will probably want to retain him, but he's not in Postecoglou's plans for this season, and he will be in search of a club. And I think Jed Spence overlapping, either Cine or Nonto or Somerville on that right hand side would be absolutely unreal. So yeah, please go and get that done, Leeds United. And as for left backs, we all know that Charlie Taylor's been linked for a while now, and that is still a name that Leeds United like. For me, that's probably the easiest one you can get done. He's a Leeds fan. He probably lives in the area. I know that there's a load of, people that have a certain opinion about Charlie Taylor, but for me, the situation isn't as was presented by Gary Monk at the time. I don't think it was as non-to-it as we thought. But I would definitely take Charlie Taylor back, proven at this level, proven in the Premier League as well, and he would be a great addition. But obviously, there's a Timon or Timon, however you pronounce his name, from Stoke City, who Leeds have also been interested in. And apparently, a new name to throw into the mix is Leicester City's Luke Thomas. So that could be one to keep your eyes on as well. Again, I think that would be really good. For me, out of those options, I'd rather have either Taylor or Luke Thomas, but I do think Charlie Taylor will probably be the easiest one to get done out of those. And then finally, let's just speak about the midfield situation. We've already touched upon Glenn Kamara, but apparently Leeds United have made a bid of about £2.7 million for Dusseldorf midfielder Ayo Tanaka, Japanese international, who is obviously famous for scoring that goal against Spain at the World Cup and picking up the Man of the Match award in that game. I'll be honest, don't know a lot about him. Not going to come on here and proclaim to know every little detail about this player, but from what I'm seeing and from what I'm reading on Twitter and things like that, this guy would be a really good fit for Leeds United. Bit of a weird midfielder in that he can play almost anywhere in that midfield area. He can play as a 10 if needed, and a 6 and an 8. A ball winner, a real tackler in midfield, but can also chip in with goals and assists as well. Would he start or would he be on the bench? Who knows? I think if we get Kamara as well, it could be a rotation option between him and Tanaka. But I do think that would be a really good addition for Leeds United as well. And obviously there's Amiri as well at Bayer Leverkusen. That seems to have gone a little bit quiet. Phil Hay shared in his article earlier that deal is up to the player. The fee's been agreed and everything with Leverkusen, so they're happy to let him come to us. But it's up to Amiri himself. Obviously, I've said on previous uploads, his wife is pregnant at the minute, so I think him and his family are probably just assessing if this is the right fit for them, given their personal situation at the moment. I mean, if he does choose to come, that would be an amazing, amazing signing at centre attacking midfield in that 10 role. You've got, if Cine stays, you've got Cine on one side, you've got Nonto or Somerville on the other side, Amiri in the 10 and Perot up top, interchanging with Jorginho Ruta as well, probably. So yeah, the attacking options we would have if we managed to bring Amiri in would be probably the best in the league, in my opinion. We've got a win under his belts against Ipswich now, continue the momentum against Salford in the Cup tomorrow, and then a big Yorkshire derby on Saturday against Sheffield Wednesday. If we can go through this week unbeaten, and win both games. And I think that's really the kickstart to the season that Leeds United need. Still a lot of work to be done over the coming days, guys, but I have confidence that Leeds will fill the voids in which we need to, in the positions that we need to as well. So that brings us to the end of this video, guys. Really hope that you've all enjoyed it. It'll be my last upload on the channel now for a few weeks, as I do go on holiday tomorrow. So make sure that you all take care. You can follow me on socials, guys. I will still be on Twitter, and I may do the odd short as well, reacting to games and other news that comes out whilst I'm away. So make sure that you're following me on all my socials, which are in the description down below. On the way out of this video, guys, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell, and of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I'll see you in a few weeks on my return. Take care, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers.